Alright, hey guys, I'm going to do my Super Nintendo collection. I had a Super Nintendo as a kid, ever since I can remember, so probably like 3 or 4 years old. My parents actually bought a Super Nintendo for themselves because they actually game, and they had an NES and upgraded to the Super Nintendo. So I'm going to go through some of the games I have and what I played as a kid, so let's go through them. Alright, so Super Star Wars. This is a real box, and I'll tell you, I only have one repro box. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. Super Star Wars is really fun. It's really difficult. I've never beaten it, but I've played a good bit of it before. I definitely recommend it if you can get it, and it's pretty cheap. I think complete in box is less than like 40 bucks now. Top Gear, not bad. I'm not a huge fan of racing games on the Super Nintendo during the 16-bit era. I'm not a big racing fan person on the 16-bit anyway. I actually got this at like a mom and pop rental store like 15-20 years ago when they were going out of business. I got it like really cheap, a couple dollars. This one I had as a kid. My original loose cartridge is in this box, and then the cartridge that came with this box is on the shelf, so I have 2 copies. But I found this box at a local game store, the only local game store we have, and usually they have a bunch of junk, but this was a really clean box. I mean, it's really nice, and it was only like 35 bucks. It's a fun side scroller. I played it a lot as a kid. Not sure if I ever beat the game or not, but played it a ton. Then this game I have beaten, and this is a repro box, because I'm not going to pay $50 for an empty box. I don't know if I'm going to go this route, but I wanted to try them out and see how they look, so I got a repro box just to see. And they look great. I do write repro on the inside so that, something ever happened to me and they needed to sell my collection or whatever, they would know this is not a real box. But I love Donkey Kong Country. It's probably my favorite Super Nintendo game. I've beaten it several times. It's very challenging, but a lot of fun. Alright, I'm going to try to do this. These are in these 3D printed things, so it's kind of tight to get them out. Mario Paint. I have the mouse also somewhere. A lot of fun. Yeah, it's just draw stuff, make music. It's fun, it's cool. It was interesting for the time. Now, unlike a lot of other YouTubers you might see, if I have not played a game, I'm going to tell you I've not played the game. I'm not going to sit here and do a bunch of research and then tell you about a game. So this game, I don't know anything about it, never played it. And then we have Mortal Kombat. I played this version a lot as a kid because I had a Super Nintendo, but the Genesis version is better. Jurassic Park 2. I've played probably about an hour of this when I picked it up. It's pretty fun. It's very difficult. 2D side scroller. Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday. This is my childhood copy. Really fun game. I feel like nobody talks about it. It's kind of a, I don't want to say hidden gem, but people don't talk about it, and it's pretty fun game. If you see it, you should pick it up. And then Super Mario World. That's my favorite 2D side scrolling Mario game. Mario 3 would be a close second, but I love Super Mario World. Speaking of Mario 3, this is where I play Mario 3. All Stars is a great port with upgraded graphics. Love it. Urban Strike, never played it. But I have played this one. Tiny Toons Wacky Sports Challenge. This is my childhood copy. Played this a ton as a kid. It's a fun mini game. Really fun co-op. You play these little challenges together and you compete for high scores, and then after you beat the game, you'll get like some of the same mini games and then some new ones mixed in. A lot of fun. I still play that with my kids. Killer Instinct. It's a fun fighting game. I like Mortal Kombat more, but it's pretty fun. Mortal Kombat 3, again, better on the Genesis. This is where I have it. A Link to the Past. Not much to say, but it's probably my top 3 Zelda games, and I have completed it a couple times. Super Mario Kart. Again, I'm not huge on racing games for the Super Nintendo, but it is fun co-op. Star Fox. I have beaten Star Fox one time, but I did beat it on the Switch with their classic thing. So I've not beaten it on the actual hardware, but I have played the game. I have beaten it. It is fun, especially if you like flight combat games. Definitely cool for the time. Street Fighter 2. Played Street Fighter 2 on the Genesis a lot, but I've not played the Super Nintendo version much. Then we got Dinosaur Story, which I've already showed you, but that's just a loose cart. Wheel of Fortune. I have actually tried this just for the fun of it, and it's Wheel of Fortune. Turtles in Time, favorite Turtles game. Check this out. Back in the day when I used to game hunt at like flea markets, that's what I got it for. $8. I don't even know what it's worth now, but I'm sure it's more than $8. But great game. I love this game. Definitely a must-own on the Super Nintendo. Another must-own, but you can get it on the Genesis too, is Zombies Ate My Neighbors. This is actually my wife's copy when she was a kid. It's not focusing. There we go. Me and her played a ton of this, and we were going to try to beat the game, and I looked it up, and it's tough. It's tough to get through. Stunt Race. This is really cool, but it is, it's a racer on the Super Nintendo, so it doesn't really hold my attention that long, but it is cool. They use the FX chip, and yeah, definitely was something good for the time. And then Mickey's, I should take these out in my next video. Mickey's Quest. I played a little bit of this. It's kind of challenging, believe it or not. Fun side-scrolling game. Never beaten it, just played a little bit of it. But I have beaten this game a couple times. Power Rangers. This is a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up game, kind of like Street Fighter and Turtles in Time. Really fun, not as challenging as those games, pretty easy, but a lot of fun to go through, especially if you have a kid that's into Power Rangers. Batman Returns. This game is freaking brutal. I've tried to beat this game several times. I've put a lot of time in this game, and it is just so difficult. But the sprite work, the sprite animations, and the pre-rendered backgrounds, this game looks amazing on the Super Nintendo. And Aladdin on the Super Nintendo. Most people play it on the Genesis because you get a sword. On the Super Nintendo, you're just throwing apples. But that's where I played it, and that's where I've beaten it a couple times, and that's where I still play now because I just love that game so much. So Aladdin is definitely worth getting on the Super Nintendo. And then Back to the Future 2, I picked this up on Etsy. This is a repro, but it's a English translation because this was only released in Japan. So it's usually in Japanese, Super Famicom game. They ported it to Super Nintendo with English. I don't know if you've seen Angry Video Game Nerd does a video on Back to the Future, and this is the only good Back to the Future game, and it's a lot of fun. I've never beaten it. It's very tough. I would like to beat it one day, but I've not gotten around to it. And the last game is the most recent one I picked up. It's Castlevania 4. I got this at GameStop, believe it or not. I was just in there for some reason. I saw the retro cabinet, and they had this in there. I think it was like $45, and I had a $10 coupon, so I got it for $35, but it didn't work. I didn't know it didn't work. I got home, didn't work. You can kind of see. Let me see if it'll focus. No, it's not going to focus. Oh, there we go. See the solder in there? So I actually had to kind of carve out a couple of the traces and solder them back together to get the game working, but it works completely fine now. I'm playing it a lot. I've not beaten it, but I've gotten about halfway through the game. So yeah, that's my Super Nintendo collection. Kind of a, just a last minute video to put together, so just bear with me. I appreciate anyone watching. Let me know what you have in your Super Nintendo collection, what games you liked as a kid, and I'll see you on the next one.